Hey folks, hope you're all doing well. This is a last minute thing and there's nobody in here and I didn't expect anybody to be in here. I just created this about 15 minutes ago, but this is more of a test than anything else. So I got a new piece of gear that arrived today after a lot of baloney. Ordered this thing over a week ago. Should have had it earlier this week, but some phone calls and confusion and ordered it from a store out of town. Anyways, hey Terry King, welcome. Time Surfing Alien, how you doing? There's Q. Just stumbled in myself. What's going on? Hey, Guitar Man 45, congratulations on the guitar that you just got. I think you said it was a custom shop, like an R9 or something. Congrats on that. Marlon Hill, how you doing? Well, everybody's rolling in. Nelson Rodriguez, what's happening, man? It's a miserable, snowy night here in the city. They're warning people not to go out tonight because we're going to get a bunch of snow overnight, and the roads are pretty shitty out there. So, we're all kind of like, huddled in the house tonight, and tomorrow I'm not going anywhere anyway because, hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and my team is playing, so looking forward to that. Paul Lou, welcome. Cool, man. Yeah, I just put this about 15 minutes ago, so I'm surprised and happy to see you guys. Found it. So the whole point of this is I just wanted to see how this whole thing works now. So I ordered something. Michael Fisher, how are you? I ordered a piece of gear, and after a lot of confusion and such. Hey, Searching for Tone, how you doing? Yeah, after a lot of confusion and such, I finally got it. And what I got was, and what you're hearing, okay, is something called a 2-notes captor, right? So if you're one of these folks that likes tube amps and you want to be able to crank them and not blow your ears off, this does a lot of different things. One of the things it does is you can use it as an attenuator. So basically, and it's a reactive load box. It's not a bunch of resistors. It's actually behaves like a speaker. So you can run out of your amp head into this thing and then run it into your cab, and it basically knocks 20 dB off. So you can really crank your amp, to the point where your speakers are moving, but you're not killing anybody. So that's, Paul's got one, so you know all about this. Cool. Yeah, Paul, I got just the, I didn't get the Captor X. That was a little rich for my blood. I just got the, just the Captor. So, and it's a 16 ohm one, so which matches my heads. Anyway, that's one thing that you can use it for. But what I'm using it for, which is kind of cool, is you can also run your, again, your amp into it. So you're listening to a Friedman. And so I'm using my Friedman head, which I rarely use in the house. And so you run it into that, and then you take an XLR out of the front of it, and you go into your interface, which is my Scarlett. And I'm basically and again, it's behaving like a speaker, and it's got like a really good, like speaker sound. It's not digital at all. It's kind of analog all the way up until it hits the interface, right? And so you get hey Dwight Bailey, like real amp sounds as opposed to multi effects or whatever. Like, and I've got my pedal board here as well, so this is the sound that I would use. My pedal board in front of my Friedman, and then my Friedman into the Scarlett. So, have you ever played a microtonal guitar? No, I never have, and I probably couldn't. I don't even know what that is. Is that like, I've never tried any of those weird, Michael, like fan frets or any of that kind of stuff. I've never tried any of that stuff. So, I mean, I stay away from that 7-string stuff. Not that it's the same thing, but anything that, basically what I'm saying is anything that goes beyond the regular guitar, I haven't really experimented with. But, I'm not, microtonal. I don't know what that would even look like, Yeah, so what you're hearing is my rig for gigs, basically. I got my, my Wampler Euphoria is the drive. It's just pushing the amp a little harder, and I got my Hall of Fame reverb and my EP booster at the end of the chain, and that's basically it. So let me know how it sounds out there. This is my lighter overdrive sound. Bright and crunchy in a good way. Okay, cool. Thanks, Terry. Rush there. Hey, William, how are you? Microtonal guitars have more frets on it. Ah, okay. So there's like little divisions, smaller division. Yeah, I mean, if you got big fat fingers like me, I don't think that would really even work. More frets. There's a band called the Mercury Tree that plays microtonal prog metal. But they're great. Yeah. Yeah. That really advanced kind of like, what's that band called? Polyphia or the Tosin Abasi, Animals as Leaders stuff. That's very, that's a little bit above my pay grade. I do like some, some complicated stuff, like, Rush and stuff like that, but I can't really get into the really super technical playing for me. It just, I don't know. I'm kind of old school. I like a little bit more melody, you know. Does that mean Uli's guitar? Uli's guitar, yeah, he's got a lot of extra frets. Yeah, he's got quite a range, right? You know, and the what's he call that? The Sun guitar. It's got the huge cutaway. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard plays. Some of that King Lizard stuff I dig though. I have heard some of their stuff. That stuff I dig. I couldn't name you a song, but I have heard some of it. It's cool. Yeah, the Sky guitar, right? Yeah. Edwin Crane, how are you? Yeah. So again, if you're just, excuse me, if you're just tuning in, well, I just wanted to go live here and check out what this thing sounds like. I got a two notes a captor, and it's basically simulating a reactive load like a speaker of an amp. So I've got my amp fairly loud, so it's kind of working, and then I've got the two notes going into my interface here. So this is what you're hearing would be like my regular rig for a gig, because I'm using the Friedman head and my pedal board by my feet here. Kind of different sounding. Well, William, it should sound more like a real amp instead of, you know, like a multi-effects thing. I'm pointing at something that you can't see, but I've got my Vailton here, which I still love. But, you know, I wanted to kind of get a little more mileage out of this amp because I rarely use it. Does a Tonex work like a UA aux box? Hey, Jeff C. A Tonex is far. I mean, I had one. Oh, two notes. Okay. Yeah, basically, the UA aux box has got a lot more going on. Hey, Cushman, New York City, how are you? Yeah, you can pick, you know, different cabs and speaker placement and different IRs with the Tonex. There's software that comes with it. There's software that comes with this as well. So I guess it's kind of similar. I think the UA is a hell of a lot more expensive, and I think it's got some more bells and whistles. Even, I mean, I have the cheapest one, right? Like, this is the two notes captor. There's a Captor X that comes with more software and has a little more abilities, but I mean, I have software that came with this. So I actually installed it. It's basically a VST that you can open up in your recording software, and you can do the switch cabs and mics and stuff like that in rooms and all that, but only when you're, you know, recording, right? But the onboard IR that I'm using right now, I think sounds pretty cool. And you can't import different IRs into it. The one that comes with it is the only one you can use, right? So the other stuff, the other options they give you is just in the software. So this is limited. Let's see. There's Johnny Bean. How are you? The main riff of "It's Only Money" by Thin Lizzy would sound great on that guitar the way you have it set up right now. And I don't know that riff. Yeah, thanks for searching for Tone. Yeah, hit that like button. Not quite enough gain for that riff. That's your favorite Def Leppard song? Yeah, it's mine too. Hey, Spencer. So that's my lighter overdrive. This is my thicker. Hey, there's Mitch. How you doing, Mitch? Yeah, this is the it's a Friedman pedal. I don't know which one it is. I can't remember. Hang on. Oh, it's the Friedman small box pedal. So again, these are pedals on my board. This is the one that I use for heavier drive. Play that shitty. Yeah. Rest in peace, John Sykes. What are you saying? Hello? Play the guitar solo for Thunder and Lightning. I can't play the riff for Thunder and Lightning. Here's another. I did a John show right after John Sykes passed away, so I learned a couple of riffs. Cold Sweat was one of them, and the other one that's much easier to play is. Well, try that again. Fuck. God, I'm screwing everything up today. I better just stop playing. Terrible. What kind of pickups? This is a this is an R9, so these are the custom Bucker pickups. Yeah, so these are what you can buy now. There was a long time where you couldn't buy them, and then now you can. I think you can buy. They sell the custom buckers separately, which are kind of shooting themselves in the foot, right? Because the whole point with the whole point with having the R9s and the R8s is they came out with these pickups, and that's the only way that you could get these pickups, right? So now, if they're selling them individually, you could literally make any guitar almost into an R9, right? Love that song. How's the R9 compare to Snots and the new Cherry Classic? It's a good question. It just feels better. I mean, there's just something about it. It's that 10%. You can't really put your finger on it, but it just feels better. The neck is fantastic. The pickups sound great on it. Yeah, but usually when I write a lot of, well, if you're not new to the channel, you know this. If you're new to the channel, you may not. But I write a lot of original music, and 90% of the time there's a Les Paul on it. 90% of the time it's this one, but that tobacco burst there is and I should say the only reason I have these, I'm able to afford these because I buy pretty much everything used. Like that's used, this was used, but that one is a 50s standard. So it's got the burst bucker 1, burst bucker 2, and that thing records really, really well. I've used that a bunch of times on recordings. Can't think of the song. Anyways, the song I did for Bobby has got that one on it. The last one I did, Summer Breeze, which is up on my channel now. Go check it out. Especially now in the winter times, kind of makes you want to, I wrote that tune to kind of, looking forward to the warmer temperatures that are coming. On that one I used Blackie. But I don't know, it just feels better. It just feels worn in, and it just, like before this one, I was playing that one, and this one just plays a lot easier. Partially because the neck on that's a little too big for me. The lead singer of Fastway became the lead singer of Flogging Molly. I didn't know that. Daniel Newberry, welcome. The winter has been brutal here in Buffalo. Oh, you're in Buffalo, Michael. Yeah, I think you guys get more snow than we do in Toronto. I mean, we're getting snow right now. This is actually, the snow that's coming down now is supposed to be the biggest snowfall we've had this winter, and we really haven't had a lot. So I can't really complain, But there you go. Yeah, so this is like my heavier drive. So I use the Friedman small box. Not that I play a lot of heavy stuff, but this is good for, the Ramon stuff that we do, and, Green Day and Blink 182. I just hit the heavier drive, and basically it's all I use it for. But most of the time, I just use a lighter drive. It's good for your Cheap Trick. Winter vortex this year. Yeah, we got it was a few days, I think it was this week, that it got really, really cold. But it's not too cold right now. I don't think you'll get a lot of snow, Paul. You will get a lot of humidity, but you won't get a lot of snow. Do I know any Webster? I mean, other than just this. That's it for Webster. I used to be able to play High Class and Borrowed Shoes, but I haven't played that in like 25 years. Who are some of your favorite guitarists with subpar tones in your opinion? Tones that I don't like? I never liked Dimebag Darrell's tone. It was screechy and trebly and too piercing. But I love his playing. I love what he does. Randy Rhoads' tone on the first Blizzard of Oz album is brutal. Diary sounds fantastic, but Blizzard of Oz, again, it's too razor, it's too thin, it's just it gets into those frequencies that give you that ear fatigue. There's a couple there. Yeah. Trying to think of who else. I tell you who's got fantastic, phenomenal tone. Stevie Ray Vaughan always sounded amazing. Ace's tone on the records wasn't very good either, but that's because of the production on most of the records is shit. Dime didn't need tone. Yeah, he was that good, eh, Edwin? Anybody else playing with that tone and you would have ran out of the room screaming, but Dime is just so damn good. The shit he was playing was amazing. Tell you what, the tone that I'm always kind of like the holy grail for me for tone, guitar-wise. There's Denska. Dan, I'm using the Captor. That's the Captors. Does the guitar sound like a guitar? Holy grail of tone for me. 2 records off the top of my head. Back in Black, AC/DC. And Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. Those are like the 2 gold standards for guitar tone. That's kind of what I'm always, trying to search for, trying to get. Hey, there's John Z351. Welcome. Yeah, I hope you're doing well too, man. Doesn't cause any problems for you. It's, Michael, it's not an ice storm. It's just a snowstorm. But like I said, I mean, I'm not going anywhere tomorrow, man. My team is playing tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to do the just, have a cigar and then come inside and watch the game and do the typical, eat poorly, which means pizza and wings. The Back in Black tone might be the best classic of the entire 80s. Yeah, could possibly be. Let's go. A lot of great songs on there. Probably played this already. Yeah. You're having a storm there as well? Did I see Great Vanzini? Hey, Great Vanzini, man. Long time. Hope you're doing well. Cool to have you here, man. Time I seen AC/DC in '79 with Bon Scott open for Aerosmith. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Back in Black tone sounds good because the whole band is dialed in with tones that don't work. None of those sounds are as big and bad as you think they are on their own. That is true, John. Yeah, I've talked about this a million times, but, AC/DC, there's not a lot of gain going on there. And nobody's, they're not using drive pedals. They're just cranking their amps. It's natural overdrive, and it's not a lot of gain. Really, it isn't. You're doing great, Vanzini. Awesome, man. Yeah, Dennis, that's my, so I'm using the Friedman amp. I got the Friedman going into the captor, and then the captor's going into my, my Scarlett, my box here, and I'm using my own pedals. I got the Wampler Euphoria going now for my light overdrive. So this is like my gig rig, basically. What? I'm Back in Black and also Highway to Hell. Hey, not as good a record, but For Those About to Rock sounds pretty good too. It just breaks up some, yeah. You know? Every song on that record is good, man. You know, even Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. That is pretty much, for me, a perfect album. Which captor am I using? The not the Captor X, the cheaper one. It's called a 2 notes captor, and you buy them according to the ohms that you need. So I got the 16 ohm one. Yeah, like again, I mean, it comes with software too, but you can't change IRs that are on it. The IR that's on it is the only one that's on it. But if you use the software when you're recording, then you can swap out amps and move mics and all that kind of stuff. The Captor X is, I think, has a little more bells and whistles, and I think you could swap IRs on the actual unit itself. But I mean, this is good enough for me. I always did think Flick of the Switch was really underrated. One of my faves. Could you play the intro to Guns for Hire? I don't know any song. The Flick of the Switch is, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's like probably in the bottom. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that record. That one, was it Fly on the Wall? Yeah, and I get a lot of hate for liking Blow Up Your Video. I think that's a great album, but I get a lot of hate for that. But I like that record. But yeah, I don't know anything about Flick of the Switch. Flick of the Switch does, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. I know it's a favorite for a lot of people though. 80s AC/DC, well, Back in Black came out in 80. I really like For Those About to Rock too. There's a lot of songs on there. Evil Walks is fantastic. Night of the Long Knives, I like. Spellbound. What's the other one? Is it Breaking Something Rules? Something like that. There's some, I mean, what was the hit? The radio songs off of that was For Those About to Rock, and there was another song off of that they played. Dun 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 dun. Don't. What's that one called? I forget. But I like the deep tracks on that record. It snowed down here in South Louisiana a couple weeks back. A rare occurrence. You guys are used to it up there. We're not. Last time we had snow was 27. Holy shit. Back in Black. Cut a lot of teeth. Yeah. Yeah, shit. I know most of my AC/DC riffs I know come off of that record. Razor's Edge is not a bad record either. Shit. I used to know that's the way you want to rock and roll. How's that go? I can't fucking remember. Can you do the intro to Nobody's Fault But Mine? Ooh, it's been a long time. Okay. If I butcher this, don't get upset. Okay, let me remember it first. Okay, let me try it again. something like that. I haven't done that in ages. Yeah. Love Zeppelin. Anybody see that Zeppelin movie? Well, how about House of the Holy? Alan, that's the two notes captor thing that I got. Oh, House of the Holy. I don't think I know that one. Can I butcher? Okay, I remember that one. Let me see if I can play without messing it up. There you go. That's a great song. 2 to 3 days. Lemon song I don't know. I don't know it. Something like that. Piece of a Gibson off to your left and behind. That is a Vanzini. That is a 50s standard tobacco burst. Yeah, it's man. Now they're going in Canada. The standards are like I think like 38 or 30, like close to $4,000. It's ridiculous. I got that for $2,400. It was used, and it has a little ding that you can't see because it's on the side. It's right where the metal piece from the pickguard goes over, where it screws into the side of the guitar. Just a little, it's like smaller than a dime. And that saved me at the time because they're already going for, I think, 34 at that time. So that saved me like $700, that little spot. There's deals to be had, man. Just got to find them. Custard pie. Let's go. Something like that. Love the menacing riff at the beginning of the Rover. No quarter is cool, yeah. Yeah, Zeppelin is, well, Jimmy Page is my favorite guitar player of all time. Actually, speaking of tones, if you listen to his tones on most Zeppelin records, they're actually really crappy. That being said, he basically sculpts his tone to match the song. So within the context of the song, they sound fantastic. But if you were, next time you listen to, like, you know, especially Physical Graffiti, take his guitar out of that and isolate it, and it's going to be like, oh, that sounds terrible. But within the context of the song, it sounds really, really good. Jeff C., welcome. Yeah, the Gibson Demo Shop. There you go. Yeah, these things are getting really expensive, man. They're getting really expensive. You know. Yeah, like the one that the Cherry that I just got, which is a classic, There's some deals right there. They've discontinued classics. Gibson's not making classics anymore. And I got that one 2400 or something. And I think new they're like 1,000 more than that, in that ballpark. But they're, if you want to get like a Les Paul, because for me the classics and the traditionals are just as good as standards. I've got a traditional I bought off a bought out of a trunk of a car, but it's a beautiful cherry top. I've actually gigged with it. It's a really good guitar. Yeah, so you know, traditionals, which they've discontinued, right? Because the new standards are the old traditionals, really, right? But yeah, if you find any store that's got some classics lying around, because again, they're just as good as standards. Go out and get a classic. Great, great guitars. A little bit okay. Talking about the snow in the south. Yeah, they're not used to it. They kind of shut the whole city down sometimes. Train kept a rolling, live tone. Yeah, how many more times? The ocean. There you go. Of course, you gotta play Black Dog, right? There it is. It's a tongue twister. Hey, Tim. Tim remembers the Firebird. Yes, I still have the Firebird. That's not going anywhere. There's a couple of things that you can do in life that are kind of stupid. One of them is buy a guitar, sell a guitar, and then buy that same guitar again. And that's what happened with that Firebird. That's actually my second Firebird. Because I had one, sold it, and I'm like, you idiot. And then, fortunately, I found the exact same one, same year. It was the last one in the biggest, our guitar center in Canada is Colamquade. I bought the last one they had, black one at the time. It was the last one in the country, and I got it. So there you go. It was meant to be, and I'm not going to make that mistake twice. You know, nothing sounds like a Firebird, man. I mean, they're big, they're clunky, they're awkward, they're just weird freaking guitars, but nothing sounds like a Firebird. And if you've never played a Firebird, go ahead and just play one, and you'll probably get bitten by the bug. Because I had no interest in one ever. Saw one hang, and I'm like, let me see what this thing's like. And started playing it, and I'm like, oh shit. Nothing sounds like a Firebird. New Murphy I just got. There it is. The Murphy. Nice. Guitar Man 45. Seen this finish before. Has the new 59P F Series 2 humbuckers. Yeah, that thing must be amazing. See, on in evening, what does that strange door slamming effect during the solo. Oh, that sound? Alan, that sound is Paige is playing a Stratocaster, and he's got the bar all the way down, right? So like the bridge is up. So what you're hearing is he's letting it go, and you're hearing the springs and the slap of the strings as they come back down after after he lets the bar go. That's what that sound is. Yeah, and it's a great effect. It's funny, In Through the Outdoor doesn't get a lot of love, but for me, it's top 3 Zeppelin. Wow, thank you, Michael. Thanks and welcome. Trying to think of some other riffs here. I'm all out of Zeppelin riffs. Unless I do the... Do I know Dominance is Submission by... No, I don't. No. Don't know that one. Before Firebirds are molded after my Firebird one. They even gave it my finished Silver Mist. It totally bummed me out. Now, any ham and egger can basically play my... Yeah, the fire... Well, so they stopped making Firebirds for a while, right? Like Gibson Firebirds. And then they came out with this sort of Epiphone Gibson-inspired Firebird, and then they came out with a Cardinal Red one, and there was some others. And they look kind of good. They're a little bit more expensive than your typical Epiphone. And watching the NAMM videos, they brought back the Firebird, right? Now the Firebird is back. But they changed it somehow. It's no longer a neck through. Now it's a set neck, which is weird, right? Because the whole thing with the Firebird is it's a, the neck to the butt of it is one piece of wood, and then they glue the wings on. And if I heard it correctly, he was saying, well, now we just do a set neck thing. So I don't know. Totally Rock Heartbreaker, bring it on home. Oh. How's it go? That's all I know. That's all I know. So I don't know if, like, is it the same guitar really? If they do a set neck on a Firebird, is it the real, like a real Firebird? Because the whole thing about the Firebird and what made it so, I guess it's really expensive for them to make because they got that one long piece of wood, right? That's like the tip of the headstock to the butt of the guitar, right? And now that you're gonna do a glue-in joint, like, is that really a Firebird? And if it's cheaper to make, are they giving you some money? Like, are they knocking the price down? Probably not. And I don't think they have them in black anymore. I think the only color, or maybe not, they could be in black. I know they got the brown, like the burst color, which for Firebirds, I always prefer the black, but I don't know. Traveling Riverside Blues is fantastic. Love that song. Don't ask me to play it. I have no idea how to play it. I think it's a slide thing anyways. Riverside Blues is cool. Which main riff I like more, the one in Heartbreaker or Live and Love and Made? Something like that. I think that's how it goes. Shit. Probably playing it wrong, but it sounds something like that. Live and Love and Made. But thoughts on the Sabbath announcement? No, I haven't, but thanks for bringing it up, Daniel. Yes, my thoughts. Well, Ozzy, I guarantee you he's going to be sitting in a chair, okay? What's weird about it is he's going to be doing songs with, like, his Ozzy solo, like, so Zakk Wylde's going to be up. So he's going to be doing songs with them, and then he's going to be doing songs with Sabbath. And I guess that, well, obviously going to close the show. How many songs is he going to do? Why is he going to sing twice, like with Ozzy and then with, you know, I'm just thinking about how many songs can he possibly sing? Like, you know, because whatever he does with Zakk is going to be fewer songs he's going to be singing with Sabbath. And then the other part of that, too, is, you know, Bill Ward. I mean, just, you know, like what kind of shape is he in? You know, is he, like, how many songs are they going to be able to do? I would be surprised if they did 10. If they played 45 minutes, I'd be surprised if they did that, right? I mean, and you kind of think, if you think about it, the fact that they're loading it up with so many different acts kind of tells you that there's not going to be really a lot of Sabbath happening, right? You know, they're going to put in all these other acts and tributes, and I don't know if they're going to be playing all Sabbath songs. I don't know what they're going to do. I guess I imagine they would be playing all Sabbath songs, and it's all groupings of different musicians, not even like bands. It's like one guy from here, one guy from there. It's kind of a hodgepodge of guys getting together and playing a bunch of Sabbath songs as a tribute to Sabbath. And I think they're really stocking it up because they think they know that Sabbath ain't going to be doing a lot of playing. You know, like, again, if they're up there 40, 45 minutes, I'd be surprised. That's my take on it. They'll probably record it and put it out on DVD or whatever, Blu-ray, whatever. Right? I mean, if you think about it, Ozzy just, you know, they did that tribute to him at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And not only did he sit, he didn't even sing. What does that tell you? I mean, I don't want to shit on the guy. I mean, I'm not saying this as a negative to To Ozzy, I know he wants to go out with the original band with Bill Ward. I know it's really important to him, and God bless him, and I hope he can do it. But I don't know if he can. Hey, Poo Ninja, how are you, man? You still got snots? Rechargeable toy. Wow, what a memory on you, man. I haven't heard that in a long time, Poo Ninja. Yes, I still have snots. It's back there somewhere. Okay, if I'm going to play System of the Universe, I'll get a little bit more dirty here. That's really all I know. I think I'm out of tune. That whole it's really, I looked at it. I was gonna try to learn that run, but it's got a really bizarre like fingering. It's not an easy to get to notes. It's not part of any existing skill that I know, so it's like I got afraid. I chickened out. Hey, there's Charles Green. Stink Sing, Rock Legends Getting Old. 37. You're a puppy. Prime, but all the generations before me grew up constantly. Yeah. Copyright strike coming. That's alright. I just wanted to come on here, honestly, just to, try out my new captor and see how it sounds. And I haven't heard anybody say the guitar sounds like crap. So does it sound, the whole thing is, does it sound realistic? It doesn't sound digital at all. That's kind of what I was going for, because I'm literally playing an amp, with pedals. So yeah. Charles was doing some play my favorite Def Leppard song there yesterday. Thanks, Charles. Totally organic sounding and so loud and clear. Has a real edge to it. Cool. Yeah, it's a real, you're listening to a real amp. Wally in the box. I say hello, hello. There's the electric. Can't get used to the tone. Electric drums. Yeah. I love Rush, but I wasn't a fan of when because Neil Peart went through a whole electronic drum thing there for a while, and I did not like that. I forget what show I was watching. I got a bunch of Rush concerts. I think it was on the Presto tour, and he played part of it with an electronic drum kit, and then he went to an acoustic kit. When he was playing electronic drums, it just sounded like ass. Almost smell the tubes burning. Hey, Jeff K. You're just playing London Leather Boys by Accept. Close. No, I don't know that riff. I don't know London Leather Boys. Ain't nobody knows that riff? Come on, guys. I'll give you a hint. Metal is in the title. Can I do Lord of this World? No, I don't know that one. No, I don't know that one. Here, how about this one? Oh, how's it going? Love that. Oops. That's it. Hole in the Sky, Sabotage is a great record. Sabotage is my favorite Aussie record. Definitely. Metal Gods, there you go. Who the hell can sing that high? Rob Halford, that's who can sing that high. Can I do Burn? Something like that. I don't know Burn, but it's a riff like that. Yeah, fun fact. Yeah, you know what, Michael Fisher? I'm playing it in A. It's actually the guitar is tuned down to something ridiculous like C sharp. So, yeah. Do you still like Firepower as one of your top five? Yeah, and in that top five, I mean, I was just listening to, oh my God, what's the new one called? Drawing a blank. What's the new record called? Invincible Shield. We're listening to that one. Yeah. Next show coming up with Martin and Pete. That album is going to be discussed. The Writ, yeah. Yeah. Hole in the Sky is that riff is just crushing. Love that riff. I think Ozzy sounds the best on that record too. I don't have a fuzz pedal. I don't believe in fuzz. Fuzz is a sound I'm trying to avoid. Probably my favorite ZZ Top riff. Favorite guitar solo to play note for note. I had to learn how to play for Charles Green's show. I had to learn how to play the solo to Calling Dr. Love from Kiss, and that's always been one of my favorite guitar solos. And I've never played it. So I had to learn it. I'm not going to say I played it note for note, but I was about 85, 90% there. There was just some quick little things that he was doing that I was kind of approximating, but I love playing that solo, you know. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. For my Priest's newer albums are way more interesting than Maiden's. You'll get no argument from me there, Daniel. I can listen to, I mean, you know, there's that big debate, Priest or Maiden, Priest or Maiden. For me, it's Priest hands down. Maiden, I don't know, 3, 4 records. Priest, how many? Sad Wings of Destiny, you know. Screaming for Vengeance, you know. Point of Entry, I love Point of Entry. I mean, there's, you know, Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather, whatever you want to call it, you know. There's just so many. The recent ones, Firepower, Invincible Shield, Painkiller, you know. Shot Down in Flames. I don't know that riff. I played a bunch of AC/DC earlier. Yeah, I just don't know that. I don't know the riff. I was playing. I'm not the biggest Ace Frehley fan, but I absolutely love that solo calling Dr. Love. Yeah. I mean, love him or hate him, Ace in the 70s was magic. All right, what do we got? Holy shit, we're at 10:15. Okay, so what do you guys think? The whole point of this video was to hang out, but also to let me know. Is this how's the guitar sound? Does it sound like a real guitar through a real amp? Is the captor what it's meant, cracked up to be, or is it sounding kind of digital and shitty? Let me know. Be honest with me. Be honest with me, because I'm basically using my pedals here. Yeah, I could have hit the wah pedal. That's good for another 20 licks, right? Oh, thanks, Mitch. So I got a seal of approval from Mitch. This is the amp clean. This is with no gain on the amp. So that's the amp. So the amp's kind of on the verge of breakup, kind of. Thanks, Vanzini. Yeah, so if anybody here is new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please tell your friends. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. I'm slowly getting close to 4,700, so I still got a fair ways to go. But if you can help me in that endeavor, that would be amazing. Thank you, Wally. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Please hit the thumbs up. And subscribe. I mentioned if you want to support the channel, the links are below. What's coming up on the channel? I'm thinking now that I have a good sort of setup at home with the captor and I can use my real amp. I want to do a video on next one. If I get time and I get I'm going to be doing a video on Telecasters, and probably why does everybody need a Telecaster? So that'll probably be the next video. The next, I guess this might suffice as my live show for February. I don't know, I might come on live again one more weekend. I don't know. I got gigs. My gigs are starting in 2 weeks. And then that whole cycle of gigs starts up again. But I might go live one more time this month just for shits and giggles. And then at the end of end of this month, in a couple of weeks, I think on the 27th of February, that's it. That's the next show I'll be doing with Martin and Pete, and it's going to be a versus record, album versus album. He's going to, we're all picking 3 records that are kind of like similar, but just interesting comparison records, sister records, and talk about them. So that'll be very cool. You're playing with the wah pedal. You'll have to do the intro from Voodoo Child. Okay, let's see if I know that one. Okay, I need some dirt too. Hang on. I've never played this. sounds weird playing that on a telly or on a Les Paul. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably be doing a video on the Telecasters and why everybody needs one. You know, because for me, outside of a Les Paul, if I only had to have two guitars, it would be a Les Paul and a Telecaster. They just, and the reason I say that is a Tele will do everything a Les Paul will do, and you know, I can gig, I can do all 30, 40s, whatever songs we need to play. I can play them all on a Tele and not miss anything. So yeah, everybody needs a Tele. Everybody needs a Tele. All right, folks. I'm gonna wrap it up here. You know what? I still have. This is still the last. I still have the song loaded up from the last time I did a live stream. So I'm gonna close with this because it is a snowy, shitty day outside, and we're all looking forward to summer. So I'm gonna close this with my original song and video for Summer Breeze because I still have it in here. And that being said, I'll catch you all next time. Have a great rest of your weekend. And don't forget to root for the Eagles tomorrow. All right. Take care, everybody. Cheers.